Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Utility Sports, and we've got breaking news covering my Dallas Mavericks here. They have made a move for their coaching staff, but before we jump into giving my thoughts here, I just want to urge you guys to hit that like button. It really lets me know that you're enjoying the content here at Utility Sports, and also hit that subscribe button if you are brand new to the channel. Mavs fans, there's a lot for you guys that you'll like here at this channel. I talk about the Mavericks quite a bit, so this is the place you want to be subscribed. Now, let's jump into the actual video here with Shams Charania here from Yahoo Sports reporting. After 14 NBA seasons, Jared Dudley has agreed to a deal to become an assistant coach with the Dallas Mavericks. Sources tell The Athletic and Stadium. Dudley will be a front of the bench assistant under new head coach Jason Kidd, which is a really big deal because every time you bring in a new head coach, you're going to have a complete staff overhaul. We've seen that with the Dallas Mavericks. Of course, Rick Carlisle went to Indiana. We lost Jamal Mosley to the Orlando Magic. Steven Silas we lost a year ago to the Houston Rockets. So the Mavs have had a real shift in their front office and also in their coaching staff. Of course, new GM Nico Harrison there as well, new head coach Jason Kidd. So you're looking at those two really being at the forefront of decision making. Last week, they had hired Kristi Tolliver, a WNBA star player for, I believe, the LA Sparks. She is on our coaching staff now, as well as Jared Dudley, who was never an NBA star, but played for 14 seasons. I believe has career averages of 7 and 3. So someone who really bounced around, played in a lot of different areas, played in a lot of places, and I think does bring a lot of value to this organization and this team as someone who has experience in the NBA. He's played as a key role player for a lot of teams. He's also been a bench warmer for a few teams. So he kind of has a good understanding of how to communicate with guys who are going to be at the end of the bench, and also some of the guys who are key role players, where Jason Kidd throughout his career was more of a star. So I think Jason Kidd will resonate well with Kristaps Porzingis, Luka Doncic. Now, I do have a little bit of concerns with how Jason Kidd tends to be a little bit of an authoritarian coach, but I think Jared Dudley and Kristi Tolliver will kind of help lessen the blow there as well in that coaching staff. I think Jared Dudley is going to bring high IQ and also a really good voice for that locker room, something I'd had concerns about with the Dallas Mavericks, especially when JJ Barea got released a couple of years ago, because he was such a key voice in that locker room. Boban Marjanovic, not really going to be the guy that, comes out and is super vocal about, addressing issues in the locker room. I think Boban Marjanovic is a nice glue guy, but doesn't necessarily, take that more vocal leadership role. I think Jared Dudley is going to be a guy who's willing to take a vocal leadership role coming off that coaching staff. I think he's going to be a nice balance piece to Jason Kidd. Now, this is his first coaching experience, so we don't really know what his schemes and his ideas really lie as a coach yet at this point. That's also the interesting thing with Kristi Tolliver. Those two have not coached before. So it's a young coaching staff. It's a bunch of former players who haven't had a ton of coaching experience. Jason Kidd, of course, coached in Milwaukee and also Brooklyn. Found some success there, not really to the level that they would have loved, though. But I think that he is a nice head coach for the Dallas Mavericks. I think Jared Dudley was a pretty nice addition here. Now, I don't know how much this really moves the needle, but I do like it from a leadership standpoint. With Jared Dudley coming to Dallas, like I said, I think he's going to have a nice impact on the fringe of the roster and also some of those role guys, having a good communication standpoint with them. He's also had good relationships in the past with stars like Chris Paul, LeBron James most recently. So I think Jared Dudley could be someone that you could really rely on to be a consistent assistant coach, and also probably knows the game very well, spending 14 seasons, not the most talented guy, but was able to find a niche in the league with his ability to be in the right place at the right time, make winning plays, and be a pro's pro. And I think that's what Jared Dudley is here. I think it's a pretty solid move. Of course, we haven't seen him actually coach yet, so maybe this doesn't work out super well. But I am excited to see Jared Dudley with Kristi Tolliver on Jason Kidd's staff this year. Let me know in the comments section, Mavs fans, what you think about this. All in all, I think it's a pretty solid move for my Dallas Mavericks. I think Jared Dudley is a pretty nice addition to the coaching staff, and I'm really, really excited for this next season. If you're excited, smash that like button. Also subscribe. Again, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed the content here at Utility Sports, and we'll catch you in the very next video.